Assalamualaikum, my name is Athirah binti Nur Azam. My number matric is 1230531. So the first QA tools that I use is Postman. First, I will demonstrate a GET request used to retrieve data from an API. This helps us verify that the API returns the correct information. Okay, first, I create the collection, which is my collection is API test. Then I add new request. And I rename it to GET, and I choose the method GET. Then I insert the link URL. Then I click send. As we can see, the JSON data is written. Then we want to check the status code and the test case whether pass or fail. Then we insert the JavaScript into the post response to check the test case. I click send. As you can see, the 3 test case is passed, and this shows the status code of the routers okay, and the JSON list of user is written and match the expected result. Next, I will demo a post request, create a new data. So it allows us to verify that the API can accept and store information correctly. I name it to post. I also use a method post, and I insert the link URL. Then I choose the body section, and I select row and in JSON format. Then I insert a new JSON data, and I insert it. Then I click send. You can see the JSON data is written. So here we want to check the status code and the JSON response. So I insert the JavaScript at post response. I insert it and I click send. As you can see, the response shows a status code of 201 create, and the JSON response contains a new post ID. The expected result was status 201 and a JSON with the new ID. Since the actual result matched the expected result, this test case passed. Now I will show the same GET and POST request using JMeter. JMeter is a tool used for performance testing and to simulate multiple users sending requests. It also allows us to check responses and measure system behavior. Okay, just now I create a new test plan. I add a thread group with 1 thread and a loop count of 1, which is I rename it with get request demo. Then I add an HTTP request, which I rename it to get request. And I set the method to get and URL too. I also set the path into the users. And to see the result, which is test case, I will click add and I choose listener and I click view result 3. Then I choose JSON and I click run. As we can see, we get the request. We see the response code is 200 and the response body contains JSON data with users. So we can see the expected result was status 200 and JSON with users, which match the actual result. So shown the test case is passed. Next, for post request, I add another HTTP request sampler, which I name is with post script user. Then I set the method to post and protocol HTTPS, and I insert the link URL or server name. Then I set the path into post, and then I click the body data. I insert the JSON data. Next, I add an HTTP header manager, which I click config element and I click HTTP header manager. So I click add and I fill the name with content type and I fill the value with application/JSON. Then I click view result 3 and I click run. As we can see, we get the post create user. We can see the response code is 201 and the return JSON contains a new post ID. So the expected result was status 201 and a JSON with the new ID. Since this match the actual result, the test case pass.